wonderful.
Fantastic.
You're going to play some euphonium today?
We will try and play some euphonium today.
Very good.
So.
Me and Lance have this very special relationship as a teacher and a student, and I consider him being as a friend and not only a mentor. And I honestly believe that he is probably the best representation of what Carnegie Mellon is all about from the faculty standpoint. He is extremely skilled and established player, experienced and well-regarded brass tutor, good businessman and advisor. Most importantly, the most supportive person I've ever met. If it wasn't because of him, I would not be doing music as a career at this moment, and I literally mean it.
So I met Algirdas about 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. He was a winner of a contest and came over and played a series of concerts with the River City Brass. I was playing in that group at the time. I'd been a member of that band for a long time, and I was very impressed with his playing ability. And actually, my horn pinch hit one night. He had a valve issue that happened, and I was off stage getting ready to come on and sing a comedy song. So my euphonium was available, so Algirdas played it one night, which was also funny. With a student like Algirdas, I've had a number of students over the years who show up basically ready to play. So it was much more about putting him on a path to having a career. So our relationship is much more about coaching than it is about a specific lesson where you would sit down and play a thing and I would comment on it. We do that a little bit, but we also do a lot of talk about who your audience is and what sort of music you care about playing, so that when you go into a performance you can play music that speaks to you, speaks to your heart.
A lot of my activities nowadays are not very traditional brass pathway related, and we spend a lot of time working on making sure that all of my crazy ideas come to life. However, it is extremely important that we will still maintain that traditional euphonium skill set which is obtained through playing classical music. That's why I committed myself to entering this competition and putting all of the hard work into it. That has recently been our focus point. Each time we meet, we're both usually very zoned in terms of what needs to be done. Lance knows that I will probably come in with a very specific set of questions or requests, and I know that he will provide me with the most efficient, logical solutions. And even though we have so many things that require a lot of focus going on, Lance always finds a way to make it entertaining and fun, even if you're a little bit tired. Every single time we meet is something that I look forward to, rather than something that I need to do.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And
Tomorrow is going to be very important since Lance is going to attend the rehearsal, and it's extremely useful to have somebody experienced enough to help you work on details, which you might not be able to notice or hear when you're busy playing. So I'm really looking forward to that. It should be lots of fun.
So with this upcoming concert, Algirdas is actually, we're going back to the other side of things where it's the more traditional route. And Philip Spark has written Harlequin, and it's a piece that was originally for euphonium and brass band. This is a wind band arrangement of it, and it is more or less one of the standards in the repertoire for euphonium right now. We're taking a piece from the canon, if you will, and trying to put his stamp on it. He's got a beautiful sound, and the way he phrases the slow melodic passages is uniquely his, and then he's got all the technique in the world to play the facile stuff that happens in the band. In fact, it's sometimes challenging for the band to keep up because it's smoking at the end of it. It's a great pleasure having him around here. He's also one of the hardest working students I've ever experienced. It's not uncommon for me to see him, and he will have been here for 36 hours. I don't know many students in the school, let alone brass players or euphonium players, who spend the kind of hours that he does devoted to developing his craft and all of the things that have to go with it. So it's very, very exciting for me as a teacher and a mentor and as a coach to not only see him develop musically, because he has. I think he's playing better than he was when he got here, and I hope that I had something to do with that. But I also think that the vision that, that he came up with and that we've been refining and working on will pay dividends not only for himself. I think he's going to have a very successful and long career doing this, but I'm very excited at the influence that it has on other euphonium players, on young euphonium players who listen to this music, and sometimes they are assigned pieces that don't line up with the kind of music that they like to play.